Marky Worthington Podcast all day.
All day.
Dream by night.
Don't buy me a drink. Just give me $10.
Oh, dude, you look sweet. Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Go down to the strip club with your floppy disk and turn it into a hard drive.
Yeah, right. Thrown out by Big Tony.
We're here to name names and make people feel more ashamed for shit that they're not proud of.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Whatever it is.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. This is episode 164. First time ever on the show. Welcome, our newest guest. It's Joe. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm very well, Marky. Thank you for having me. I've managed to fulfill pretty much every faux pas that comes with being on a podcast. I turned up just a little later than I probably should have. I've used your bathroom. I've asked for a drink. So yeah, we're off to a good start.
Dude, the drink was offered. You were bang on time. Don't try and fool the viewers. Don't try and be a bad boy of comedy.
I just want people to judge me appropriately. That's fine. Now, before we kick in, Marky, let me just take over for 2 seconds. I did bring you, as I do with every podcast I'm ever on, which this is the first.
First ever.
I brought a gift for you. So for anyone who doesn't know what Marky looks like, which I don't know how that's possible with all the merchandising you have around, but he looks like every metalhead ever born. Put into one body. So considering that, I have brought you a heavy metal gift.
Oh, dude.
And it is this steel iron.
Dude, hell yeah.
That I thought you might find some use for.
Hell yeah, dude. That's, you know what? I was looking for a doorstop the other day. That's going to be perfect.
I'm so happy. Again, I don't know how visual this gets, but it's steel. It's an old-fashioned plug-in iron. Some sort of thing that would have maybe killed someone at Blundell's cottage back in the day.
Yeah. So tell me, what brought this into your possession?
The fact that I really wanted something to talk about off the top.
Yeah. Dude.
As I walked past the green shed, I was like,
fuck yes.
This'll do it.
This is 100% the sort of thing that you would slip into someone's airport bag so they have to explain it at security, like without them realizing.
It would be a real boring Michelle Corby style situation with that. Nothing in it. It's just odd. But yeah, so thank you again for having me.
Thank you very much.
You can do whatever you want with that.
Dude, well, it's going to hold... Look, this is going to open many doors for me.
Open? Well, I'm so glad to
At least hold them open.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Dude, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'll put it over here so everyone can see it.
Oh, yes. I forgot there is a visual component.
Good. Now... First ever podcast, am I right?
Yes, very exciting.
Okay, so you're 100% of the podcast you've been on. You've bought
I bought a gift to. I've set an unfortunate precedent for myself going forward if I get invited to others. But yes, that is true.
Dude, now for people that don't know the backstory, you've been doing comedy in Canberra and other places as well?
Yeah, 100%.
For how long?
I've been performing, so I'm 33 now. I've been performing on and off since I was 17.
Damn.
And then I took a big break about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I started having some unfortunate panic attack moments. But now I'm coming back, baby.
What's that like after doing it for so long and then all of a sudden starting to get the nerve? Because normally it's the other way, right? Like you start nervous and work. 100%.
Well, when I started, I was doing a lot of improv and acting, so I just didn't really have it. I then did the overconfident thing. I went, I'm going to go to the bigger smoke, and try to crack it. And guess what? When there's more people in a larger city, you find out who likes you and who doesn't a lot quicker.
Damn.
Than when you're in a smaller town.
Yeah.
And that plus, just regular cost of living stuff and the like, you sort of get in your own head. And it was just finding that balance. Couldn't find it. Started getting into weird moments. And yeah, not really super funny for a comedy podcast. I'm sorry straight off the bat, but I'm being vulnerable today. And I think that's important.
Dude, it's, to be fair, the more you die, and after 164 episodes...
Which, congratulations, that's a huge number.
A lot of them are callback episodes, a lot of them are fake numbers. I padded the numbers there.
How many Fiverr accounts have you had to open to get the poor people to come in and record things for you?
Yeah, look, this is without... it's the least crowdfunded
I love it.
podcast in the Southern Hemisphere. In fact, a few years ago... I had hit my peak, and I've definitely never matched that until 2 months ago. For one day, I hit astronomically high numbers for my podcast. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Well,
And today's the day where we beat those numbers again.
today, Joe,
Rally,
I need
people.
you to push up bigger numbers, dude. That's why we've got you in here. No, and then I discovered that they were all of the downloads for that day, bar like a couple, were in Brazil.
That's so bizarre.
And I was like, what the fuck? What sort of AI merchant is like brewing in Brazil, which is going to have my voice now, which they've downloaded. And it wasn't an episode. It was across all my episodes. It was like,
wow.
It's like they finally got Spotify in Brazil that day. Like,
and top of the charts already.
and here I
Marky
was.
Worthington
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. So there's like right next to the big Jesus statue, there's they've just modified it to have a beard and look like me now.
Oh, I'd fuck with that hard.
Oh, yeah.
Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, frig yeah.
Only when you're fucking like talking about how good it would be to have a giant
It
statue
would
of
be
me.
pretty fucking good to have a good statue.
But as you would know, we're going through my place to get here. You're never in a
Yes.
room without 5 of me looking at you at any point in time.
No, and all the eyes, as they should, follow you the entire way through. It's fantastic. You've got a beautiful home.
Thank you.
The address is... No.
So I don't know what the fuck's going on in Brazil, but I'm part of it apparently.
I don't know, man. I think...
And now you are too.
Holy cow. I've never traveled that far. That should be exciting for me. I look forward to us both being on self-service checkouts through the entirety of South America.
Yeah.
It's going to be very fun.
You look a lot more customer service based than me. Maybe I've just found my own replacement in this episode.
Maybe.
This is the upgraded model.
That would be very, very funny.
Yeah, well,
I'm just happy to be involved.
that's why you're here.
Thank you.
Now, with comedy, the first time stepping on stage, 17 years old.
Yes.
Was that from an acting perspective or a comedy perspective?
That was from a comedy perspective. It had been the effort was sort of born through. I did a lot of MC work when I was going through high school, and that it was just sort of how I filled time. Essentially, I'd get brought up to the odd trivia night, or I'd host weddings and things like that. I don't know why that's something I fell into, but I did. And then someone did the cool thing and said, hey, you should go do comedy. That's a bit of fun. I didn't know how to write a joke. I didn't know how to think funny. I just sort of got up and said crap. So, yeah, I went down to the Potbelly, which you used to run a room at.
Yeah,
but there was a room there for a very, very long time. And my first ever gig was there. And
one of the oldest venues in Canberra.
One of the oldest
50
venues in
years
Canberra.
this year.
Really? Yeah. Happy birthday, Potbelly. I wish you were better.
Get well soon.
Get well soon.
Right next to the birthday cards, there's a get well soon.
Get well soon. No, it's a lovely venue. Do go there. Support local. Yeah. But yeah, so I went there and I did a completely improvised set. I think it was about getting Care Bears addicted to heroin and how Obi-Wan Kenobi is kind of a pedo. But those were the two things. And I don't know, man. Like when you're doing improv, it's just sort of run your brain stuff, see what sticks.
Yeah.
And I caught the bug.
Oh,
I caught
yeah.
the bug hard. The
Damn.
minute that happened, I did that. And I think I did improv comedy for about 2 years of just hopping up, saying nonsense. And it kind of worked.
It's weird watching a 17-year-old doing a joke about a pedo. Like,
huge.
Technically,
Hugely
it's just
weird.
like, well, I mean, like...
He'd know.
Yeah. It's like I can't stop him from talking about it.
No, I'm up there. I got the microphone. I got the power.
Is this a cry for help?
This blink twice.
Obi-Wan came to me.
Everyone came to phrasing. It was it's a weird thing, right? Because at 17, I think people who can start comedy that early and succeed are phenomenal. Very rare though, because it's so hard to get taken seriously. It's so hard for people to look at you and go, man, they've had enough life experience to be talking about anything with confidence.
Sure.
So I guess that's the only sort of weird thing you sort of figure out as you get older, having started so young. And I mean, clearly, I'm not a super well-known name in it. I took breaks. I wasn't as committed as maybe some others due to, one reason or the other. But still, I'll never forget those first couple of years and how phenomenal it felt. And it was just it got me in with the Canberra scene and the Canberra guys. It's part of how I met you eventually, Marky, and it's just been a dream in one way or the other, even during the uncomfortable parts.
Man, Actually, I have I'm not going to say I stole your bit.
What?
No, so one of my first ever sets that I recorded, like with enough confidence to put online, because I record most of my sets, either mostly video, sometimes audio only. But I think maybe in my career of comedy, there's probably only about 3 sets out of all, and I haven't done a tally yet, but I have enough data to do a tally.
Yeah.
I just haven't set the time to do it yet, of how many sets I've done ever.
Jesus, I've seen you get up at some open mics, mate. King of open mic comedy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, which comes out in November. I'm working towards editing that.
Tell your friends, everyone. Marky Worthington.
And the reason that I'd like to do the tally is because I want to open that show with like a stats thing to basically say like, this is set number. Like
Yeah, right.
I've done this many sets leading up to this moment
Yeah, right.
to have this many people, 12, on a Wednesday night.
That's really funny. I
Support
like
this
that.
show you're about to see.
Man, what's a rough number? Do you have a rough number of how many gigs or sets you reckon you've done?
I know for sure.
It's hard to say gig versus set, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
sometimes it does feel like a gig because when you MC, it's like a show.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas a set is like you're in, you're out.
Yeah, here's your 3 to 5 minutes.
I'd have to say that I'm definitely closer to, I'm closer to 500 than I am to 250.
Yeah.
I'm sort of in that middle there. I'd be over 250. I think 500 is too high. Probably around 300 maybe.
Still good numbers. How long have you been doing it for again?
8.5 years.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, I do have stats for the BASO though, because I do.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Well, in the lead up to the final show at the BASO, I not knowing it would be the final show, sort of did a quick head count because one of the other locals kept track of their sets.
Oh wow.
And said, "Oh, this will be set number 50 for me." So I'm like, I wonder what the fuck So I just counted the BASO sets, and I was at the final show I did was show 104 just at the BASO.
Jeez.
And remember, I did comedy for 3 years pre-COVID before I even started at the BASO. So that's why I said high between 250 and probably
highs and lows.
350. But not only that though, but because of the sheer fucking amount of time that I hogged the mic, I didn't just do, because most people like to.
I think you're the only person who's gone, I'm going to host an open mic and then just chooses to do a special at the front end.
Okay. So I fucking straight to fucking DVD special at the start.
Which I for what it's worth, fucking good on you, man. Like that's all to be able to just get up and riff, whether or not it's riffing or like written content, like that's a skill.
I don't so much host an open mic as I trick a bunch of comedians into watching my new half an hour.
And we love you for it.
Well, my email inbox sometimes doesn't tell me this.
I love you for it.
Dude, I've received fucking emails being like, and in the nicest way possible, comedians trying to tell me to shut the fuck up. And it's so funny because it's not only just that, and to be fair, I did take a lot of it on board and tried to like tighten it up a little bit like as time went on. But it's so funny to see an email that's been written with the intention of like, hey, don't take this the wrong way. But this isn't your fucking shit. This is mine. So shut the fuck up. And
I appreciate the attitude.
but then also on top of that,
Yeah.
trying to mix that with like, I don't want you to think that I want to be on stage because I definitely don't, but I definitely do.
When you get into a rhythm as an MC and as someone who's MC'd, it is difficult to disengage. Because the jokes are a drug, man.
Yeah.
You get into it, and you get hooked. And
I did
you
a
just-
bit
yeah.
about how that happens.
Yeah.
Which goes for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I do a 15-minute bit about how it's hard to shut the fuck up.
It's topical.
It's
topical. And you were only meant to have a 3-minute spot when you did that bit.
Dude, it wasn't even my room.
Oh, my God.
Which is hard to find. No, it's seemingly more and more common for rooms not to be mine anymore as they slowly fucking fold around me.
Oh, it happens, man.
It feels like the fucking little cube in fucking Hellraiser. Like, it was such a big empire and now it's just this little fucking thing.
Do you mean the lament configuration?
There we go.
Marky?
Yeah.
Just making sure. I thought you were a horror stan, to use the word that the children are using.
I had to wait for you to strike first. See,
so I'm fucked now.
the first generations of Terminators, they were easy to spot.
Oh, shit.
They had rubber skin. You know, I had to sit back and wait for you to make a move before I Kyle Reesed your ass in the fucking nightclub with Sarah Connor. Like, do.
That's very good.
Terminator 1 is a horror movie. I don't know what people say. Like,
Terminator 1 is a horror movie. Holy shit.
It's a fucking horror movie. It is that Jason Voorhees fucking non-stop, can't kill him. He'll keep coming for you.
Yeah.
Horror movie. Minimal dialogue.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good because it does so much with so little from the main protagonist.
Yeah.
I didn't know Terminator 1 existed for so long because I thought Judgment Day was the first one. It was the first one I saw, and I never saw Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I always just saw Judgment Day, and that's how I remembered it.
Right.
So whenever everyone was saying to me, the Terminator's a bad guy, I was like, he's just a dad. He's just doing his best. He's trying to protect his poor little adopted child and get him back to his weird, angry, super jacked mom.
Yeah.
That's all he's trying to do. And then I finally saw Terminator 1. I was like, oh, no, he was a bad dude. He's the dad who walked out and then came back and was like, I can do better, son. It was a lot.
I think that Terminator 1 has my second favorite non-lead role.
Okay.
And that is Ginger's boyfriend.
Yes.
In the that gets fucking killed, like when he rocks up to the apartment, but it's just Matt is the boyfriend's name. Matt and Ginger are just fucking, and the Terminator rolls up when she's making him a sanger with headphones on.
Love it.
Dude,
do you remember what was on the sanger? What was on the
I
sandwich?
just remember putting like an obscure amount of fucking mayonnaise in it, which was kind of a metaphor, I think. You know,
God.
They just finished fucking.
They just finished.
Oh, and how good is it? Sarah Connor calls the house to be like, hey, there's a fucking dude after me. You should watch your ass.
Yeah.
And then mid-fucking, she just fucking turns up the headphones. Like, who cares?
I mean, look,
but
when you're hungry.
The reason that I like Matt is because he thinks it's just a home intruder and hits him with a fucking 80s style bedside lamp, dude.
Those are heavy.
And I envision this entire fucking storyline where, like, somehow the electricity stops him and that dude single-handedly fucking stops world domination by just hitting a fucking home invasion with a fucking lamp.
But would that have started Skynet earlier? Would they have gotten the bod of the Terminator?
Maybe he just needed a few extra fucking kilowatts to get the brain power to do it. We're just railroading this into something that only people that... Well, actually, if you haven't seen Terminator 1, pause the episode, go watch it, come back.
Yes, go watch it.
It's not going to help you just for this episode. It's going to help you in life because it's an important fucking thing.
It is an important thing. Then watch Terminator 2.
Yep.
And then you can probably skip the rest, I feel.
I watched 2 first.
So did I.
Because I'm a 90s kid.
Yep.
And my old man was like, I'm not fucking waiting until after you guys go to bed to watch this shit. So I'm going to wait until your mum's out of the house. And then I'm going to tell you, you can watch this, but don't tell mum.
Yeah.
So my brother and I, at the time, were probably about 3 and 5.
Jesus. I would say that's a bit young.
And he was like... Terminator 2. And the reason that it kind of came to light is because we were quoting it as we're walking around the fucking house.
No, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, so
That'll happen.
and I don't know, Dad was fine with it. We were cool with it. I think if we were any older, it would have been worse actually, like because we were kind of too young to get it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we were just watching the action scenes, like hell yeah.
like, whoa, this is so big, bright.
Yeah,
ballsy.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, if you were older as well, you might have been able to afford like one of those leather jackets he wore, and then you would have been absolutely insufferable.
Yeah, true, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
That
Yeah, that would have been fucking like bad to the bone for sure.
most definitely.
Still finding a way to be sufferable in my 30s by saying that joke.
I love it.
So
But how would have he done it at open mic? To pull this back to comedy, how would the Terminator have done it at open mic?
oh fuck man, talking about watching movies when you're older, I had a friend of mine who told me that he was the only one that knew how to use the VCR.
Really?
So when his parents wanted to watch movies, they'd be like, "Hey, can you?" He's kind of like got 10 years on us.
Sure.
So his parents were kind of like, you know how to use that thing. And he said the worst fucking part about it was he and like I wish this guy was a fucking comedian because it's such a good premise for a bit.
Sure.
Like some sort of fucking like VHS fluffer or cuck. He had to freeze frame like a nudie scene from Total Recall.
Yeah.
And frame by frame run it through while he wasn't allowed to look at the screen so his dad could see the side tit or whatever in like one of the scenes.
That's so
Imagine just
funny.
being like, "Oi mate, come here, don't fucking look at the screen, just pause it and I want you to just scene by scene get through this bit and then stop it when I tell you, but don't look at the screen." What the fuck? What sort of traumatic fucking childhood is that?
I'm trying to think of a better name for that. VCR cuck is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm thinking Betamax now. Like, how do you
Yeah.
get beta in there? 'Cause
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
that's 100% a thing.
Yeah.
Video cuck rewinder. That's probably it. VCR for short.
Yeah, maybe that's...
Called it back!
I actually think that's where the name Betamax came from, because that's what you essentially are.
Yeah. 100%.
Your dad's the Alpha Max in that situation. You're the
my
Beta-
son, Max Jr., or as I like to call him, Beta Max. Fucking loser.
Fuck. But back to my bit that has Obi-Wan in it.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
I'll
okay.
still bring it back.
No, I love it.
Had that up the sleeve. So the Obi-Wan bit that I had, which was one of the first things I recorded and put on my YouTube channel as soon as I created it. I didn't create a channel until I had a video to put on there. Like...
that's a good way to start a YouTube channel, like putting content up.
It's off the bat, yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely did it way too early still. Like,
Oh, yeah?
I should have waited till I had a couple like good like versions of that bit, but
Yeah.
because I burnt it and put it out, and also it was kind of that 5 minutes that I would send to people to be like, "Hey, can I have a spot at this?" Like if I was traveling or whatever, I'd be like, "Hey, can I have a spot? Here's a sample," and no one watches it.
Yeah, that's the reality.
So the bit was, and it's on YouTube, it's basically along the lines of like, if Star Wars was not filmed in the 70s and it was like the first it was a bit more closer to now, you'd see a scene where Luke Skywalker would be like, did you just refer to Tusken Raiders as sand people?
Yeah, that's
I'm not
pretty-
sure if
that's
I want to
pretty good.
start your revolution.
I like that. Did you say Jawa with a hard J? Oh my god, Obi-Wan, what the hell?
It's like, it's like everyone has that Uncle Ben.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the bit. And I
I
did
like that though.
I did it it was my first ever set
Yeah.
at Upstairs Civic Pub, which was a fucking
Take
the
me
place
back.
to be.
Take me back.
Did you ever do a set there?
Yeah, I did a few sets there
Yeah.
at Civic Pub. It was fantastic. It was just nice. So now I think it's a tab and there's
It's a
pokies
fucking
out the back.
pokey room now.
Yeah, it happens.
I used to gamble a lot there with material.
Yeah. Did you have any jackpots?
Yeah, no. I had a couple of good experiences there, like opening for, like, because you know, like with like at the time it was the only real like ticketed room in town.
Back in the day.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was kind of like I want to do more of these, so I need to fucking turn it up.
Yeah.
So there was a few times where I just somehow pulled out a good fucking set that I'd done previously at a venue around town and it hadn't done too well, and then just for whatever reason, being a paid fucking audience in a venue that was purpose set up for comedy instead of just a pub that had a stage in the corner.
That's a big thing, I think, that you see a lot now. Like, more so now that we've got Reels and the TikTok stuff going on, and that's like how people are getting to know people.
Yeah.
Is they go in with an expectation to laugh, so they laugh, rather than the material always being 100% good or 100% great. I went and saw a comic a few months ago it might have been last year actually, at the ANU. It was a big thing, and a friend of mine said, "Oh, you'll love this person. They do a lot of crowd interaction."
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, well, that's exciting, I guess." The whole set, an hour-long set, ended up being them going, "So what do you do?" "Oh, I'm a student." "Oh, that's cool." "Oh, what do you do?" "I'm a student." "Oh, well, that's cool." And it was just this rinse and repeat, rinse and
Dude,
repeat.
yeah.
And he just hammered it out the whole hour until it got to the end of it. And I was just like, Christ. And still at the end, you walk out and people have paid money. They've expected to be there. They've expected to laugh. And they're going, "That was the best." And you could have heard a pin drop 90% of the time.
Dude.
It was bizarre.
Do you know why? Because I think some people are like, cool, I was part of that 30-second TikTok video where one
100%.
person said something funny and then it was turned into a fucking reel or whatever.
I agree. What's the term? Is it real farming? Is that, or real fishing? Or I don't know.
I didn't actually know about that.
I think there's a term for it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you just see it a lot nowadays. I don't know. Which I get it. It's how you get exposure. It's how people see you. You're not hearing people's names by mouth.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
it online. And
Or
you go,
by
"Oh,
their
there's-
hour show. It's just one viral clip.
One viral video can make
And
or
it
break
might not
someone.
always be...
Which is why this podcast's going viral today.
Shout out Brazil.
Shout out Brazil. Great Terry Gilliam movie as well. Watch it. Weird
Fuck.
stuff.
Yeah, shout out to my favourite... my boy Blanca, dude. Fucking Street Fighter, dude.
I'm excited for that movie.
Yes.
That's going to be...
It has Andrew Schultz in it.
Which one's... Who's he playing?
Not one of the original characters, but one of the later characters.
right,
So I
right,
didn't pay attention. But if he was playing one of
OG
the
or
original...
nothing.
Yeah, basically. Like, if they had him as, like, Bison, dude, imagine...
That would be pretty cool. Do you remember the original film?
The 93 film with...
With the guy who played Gomez Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
M. Bison was...
Do you know the IMDb
Oh, I do
trivia?
know the IMDb trivia, but I'll let you tell it, Marky,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a great little tidbit.
Look, I'm in every episode. You're only in this one so far. You may as well tell the people.
Oh, bless you, kind sir, for having me and letting me front my movie trivia knowledge.
Show 'em
So-
what you got.
Yeah, boy, I can't remember his name, which is unfortunate because he's a phenomenal actor. Played Gomez Adams in the Family Values film, but he wasn't gonna do the Street Fighter film because he was unfortunately dying of cancer, and his kids were like, "Nah, Dad, you have to do it." Kids, sorry, and he wanted to do something that they
Pugsley
could go.
was keen on
Yeah,
it.
Pugsley was super into it. He's like, "Beat him up." And yeah, he wanted to make something that they could watch and remember him, as opposed to some of his more intense films that he'd done.
Yeah.
So he ended up doing this film, and it's such a chilling moment in the film when you realize this man's actively dying.
Yeah.
But also he does magic in the main scene he's in with the actress who played Chun-Li, and she's complaining about this awful thing that happened to her village, and he just goes, "Oh, for you that was the biggest day in your life. For me it was a Tuesday." And I have not done it nearly enough gravitas there, but it is the most insanely good bit of acting in an absolute dumpster fire of a film that is very fun to watch. But he
Has Van Damme in it as Guile.
which is, again, another travesty of that film. But, you know, R.I.P. to his career.
I have it on Blu-ray. It's one of those movies that I
nice.
was like, one day when it's not on streaming platforms, I still want to be able to watch it.
Oh, for sure.
And it's one of those movies which I was concerned, like every now and then it'll move from one platform to another, and you'll be anticipating whether it'll be picked up by another fucking platform. There was about 3 months there that it disappeared from my watch list, like my and
That's scary.
on whatever, and I was just like, fuck it, and I seen it at JB Hi-Fi in the clearance bin for like $10, and I was like, I'm
Still
just
too
buying
much.
this.
Still too much. I'm glad you bought it, but still too much.
They had 3 for $15, so I got 2 other shit movies, so it only cost me $5.
Perfect amount of money.
Yeah. The other movies were B grade. One of them was called Wolf Cop.
I've seen Wolf Cop.
Yep. And I think the other movie I got as that bundle was like Inglourious Bastards or something.
Yeah, good
Like,
movie. Good movie.
Yeah, so yeah, I love that fucking movie only because of my age when I watched it.
Yeah.
I was a lot older when I seen that compared to
today?
compared to Terminator.
Oh, yeah, cool. That
Yeah,
makes
I was
more
at
sense.
least 8 years old when I seen that movie.
Finally fitting into that M15 rating.
Fuck, I just really enjoyed watching characters come to life that I've only ever played in the game.
See, that is such an amazing thing when you actually get to see someone that you've embodied come to life.
I'd like to see the new generation of people that happens to with the new Street Fighter movie.
That will be interesting.
When the first,
I think it'll be the same audience as the original movie, frankly.
but we've all forgotten it since then, so maybe it'll be fresh
That is
again.
true. Early Don said dementia is nothing to joke about, Marky.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna give up. I was gonna try and do a thing like, for you, forgetting a whole movie is like the worst thing that ever happened for you. For me, it was Tuesday.
That's funny.
But yeah, I couldn't fucking.
It's okay. Just edit it, make it tight. This is not live, right?
No, it's not live. It might not ever be. But one of my first dates with my now wife,
Who is lovely. by the
Yeah,
way.
what was to watch the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie.
Fun movie.
Yeah, and a little bit behind the scene. I don't often talk about like, you know, things like this on the show, but I haven't told this story yet, so I may as well put it out there because we're on the thing. We and you can see in this room, I've got the old TV and the old couch and stuff. Now at my
It's a sick room.
dude, thank you. It's cost a lot of money to make it look this shit. So
Hell yeah.
in my old house, I had all this set up, but in the shed, so it wasn't lined, and I could just sit outside and watch movies and smoke cigars like a G.
Yep, love it.
Well, at the time,
What gauge do you go for with a cigar, by the way?
I usually like to sit around 30. I don't like a real thick one.
Yep.
Because I don't smoke normally, so if I'm only going to
You
do
do
it
it a
every
bit
so
weird?
often, no, yeah, I have a smoking problem.
Hell yeah.
No, so if I because I don't regularly ingest nicotine,
Yeah.
I feel like it's fucking driving me by the time I get to the end of a real thick one. So I just go for like.
When I get to the end of a real thick one, Marky, I gag. Fucking kill me.
you don't.
Sorry.
I'm not surprised you get to the end.
Fuck. Yep. Got him.
So we're sitting out. So we went and watched the movie. We came, and I had a housemate at the time.
Yep.
So I was like, let's go and sit in the shed and watch VHS because she used to vape. So I was like, you know, you can vape, I can smoke a cigar. Like we won't need to go outside. It was like nighttime, so I was like, it's gonna be fucking cold. Let's just turn on the heater, sit in the shed, and watch some fucking old movies.
That's sick.
Dude, we're sitting across either side of the couch. We're just like a gentleman. We're just watching a movie,
Yeah.
and right towards the end of the movie, there's like this like love scene, like where they, you know, the sexual tension finally comes together and they kiss for the first time.
Yeah.
And that's happening on the screen, and I look over after we've just seen the Mortal Kombat movie, and I just go, get over here.
You cheese ball. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. Did they get the reference, though?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't care if they got with you or anything.
Yeah.
I hope they got the reference.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I'm here for.
No, she got it all. She got
got it. Hell
the
yeah, man.
reference. she got all the reference. She actually hit the back of the reference.
Oh,
there.
Jesus Christ. She's going to rip me apart when she sees me.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So
That's very good.
yeah,
That's smooth as shit, man.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then she fucking froze me and smashed me into a million pieces and Sub-Zero. Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah. She fucking finished me, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Louise.
fuck.
Oh, man.
Now, so that's how you got into comedy. I had a...
Sorry, man. Bit tangential. But yeah.
But I also wanted to talk about, like, the first time that I met you.
Please.
Okay, so we didn't meet from comedy. We met from the comedy festival. So
Yes, the Canberra Comedy Festival.
So you've done work for the festival longer than I've been doing comedy, I think.
Since its inception,
Yeah.
I was there the first
What
year.
was the first year of the festival?
2013, I believe.
There you go, 2013. I started in 2017, so it was
there
well
you go.
established by then.
There you go. So I think it was 2021. Yeah, it would have been 21. So yeah, 2013, sorry, is when the Canberra Comedy Festival started. And
Right.
when I first started working there, I was a volunteer. I wasn't a staff member or anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just phenomenal. It was so bizarre to be able to go from, I do the odd gig here and there, or I MC something, or I run a room or whatever, to actually being able to interact a little bit closer with the professional side of things that you, we all crave for who do comedy, that we all want to get into and connect to. So it was really, really eye-opening to get those interaction points. You know, I got to meet like the Doug Anthony All-Stars right up close. I got to meet Hannah Gadsby. I could keep naming people, you know, like what's his name? Woodley.
Yeah.
Woodley.
Yep.
And some of my old-time favorites, I don't know if you remember the Degenerates, the Australian sketch comedy group.
No.
Okay, so there was the Degenerates, and then there was the Comedy Company.
Yeah.
Right? So the two sketch comedy groups where if no one
Con the
has-
Fruiterer.
Con the Fruiterer, exactly
Yeah.
right. So if you've never seen these, I highly recommend you go on YouTube. They got a lot of their stuff on there. But
I have Volume 1 Comedy Company on VHS.
that's very cool. Well, a couple of those guys ended up coming through. It was, oh God, I'm blanking on the names here. That's so bad. The guy who played Kel in
Yeah.
Kath and Kim.
Yeah.
Uncle Arthur is what
Yeah.
I remember him
Yeah,
as, because
yeah.
he was in the Comedy Company. And Dave... What's his name? Oh, God, this is terrible. I feel bad. He's very funny, and I like him a lot, and his name's Dave, and he was in stuff. He was in the...
You just MC'd the fuck out
He was
of
in the
that.
Nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to meet all these guys that I really, really looked up to, and I just absolutely loved and grew up with. The jarring thing is, when you're a baby, which I was at 21, somehow still a child, you meet these people, and you just foot mouth like nothing else on the planet. Like today, I've been around people for so long, it doesn't faze me at all. But when this is your first interaction with like people who, in your eyes, are just top of the pyramid, oh my goodness! I just walked in. Hey, I liked you in that thing you were in.
Oh,
that
dude.
was really cool. Huh? Can you sign my comedy festival flyer, please?
Dude, yeah.
I have none of those left. I think it just sweated and turned into mush in my palms as I was standing there. But even so, getting to touch those little tidbits of Australian comedy history is very cool. And it's only evolved since then. So at the end of that first year, I had ended up doing a lot more work than was expected to be done. And I got signed on as a staff member to be able to work there. So I can't speak on behalf of the festival, but like I can say from my experiences with it, it's a phenomenal institution. The guys who run it are great, and it's a really tight gig. And outside of those few COVID years, it's run every year since 2013 to 2026.
Damn.
So yeah.
Yeah, look, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. So Bill Burr talks on his podcast about a fellow comedian of his when he was coming up that did, like, he met the big star, right? Mm-hmm. Or was it a mate of his that met a movie guy? I don't know if it was comedy or acting, but either way.
Sure.
I did this exact story in real life.
Okay.
And I'm sure he was cool with it because he's such a great fucking dude. But the first time I ever met Stephen K. Amos...
yeah.
Dude, I fucking was hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Like, we were watching the gala after his set. We're watching the other comedians standing up the back. Yeah. Well, he was watching it. I was standing next to him, watching him watch it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. After that, he goes out for a smoke. I get him another beer from the fucking Esky or whatever the fuck, you know?
Yep.
All that shit.
Yep.
And we're actually shooting the shit, right?
Yeah. Because you were working as a barman. That
year,
for
that year. And I'd already clocked off. And
you were off shift when you were drinking with Stephen K.
and we were going fucking great. But here's the thing, and here's where the dynamic changed, because he knew I did comedy. I'd been doing it for a few years. Yep. I liked his comedy. I used to watch him in the first time I ever seen him was at the Just for Laughs festival when we used to watch it on ABC on SBS or whatever when it was on there, and we're just shooting the shit. I'm telling him about how I watched the gig where he did the they do like a comedy show for the king every year for his birthday, and one year John Cleese emceed it and he was on it.
I think I remember that.
And it was such a cool, like, because I grew up on British comedy, so there was a bunch of great comedians there.
Really cool.
And I was telling him all about it, and then right towards the end, when we'd just been fucking vibing the whole time, I've gone, do you mind if we get a photo?
Yeah.
And he was like, he's gone from like, oh, so how long you been doing comedy for, blah, 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 to like, yeah, man. And there was kind of like, I broke out of that, we're just two blokes having a chat, to like, now you're back up here again.
Turned into a fan.
Yeah, and I'm glad I did it at the end.
Oh, for sure.
But also, that's the exact same situation that Bill Burr talks about happened to his mate and like someone else. But I have a mutual, not a mutual friend, but a friend from I knew him. He was in a band that used to play at the Basso all the time, right? Sure. And I just knew him from
Is the
there.
band still around?
No, not anymore.
What were they called?
They were called Night Hammer.
That's a pretty sick name.
Yep.
Let me guess. Folk rock.
Dude, it was the Belko version of Arm and Amoth. Like, they were just
that's pretty sick, actually.
Fucking just ironically Viking theme, but just rock essentially.
I like that. Sorry.
But anyway, he said that he hung out with Chappelle.
Oh yes.
When he was in Sydney one time, they had like wicked fucking passes or whatever, and his mate knew someone that was part of the organisers, whatever. Basically, it wasn't like a meet and greet. Oh, that's fine. It wasn't a meet and greet. It was like they were fucking hanging out. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, they sort of like were hanging out, and he was telling me about like how crazy it was. Not just to like, it wasn't just a meet and greet. It was like they were fucking hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's cool, especially when you get to do it with like even people who like Chappelle, who have had ups and downs in terms of I don't even know what to call it. Like the crappy term is wokeness and the like, but that's not what it is. You know, that's just they come in and out of the zeitgeist, and you know they say some things that are very representative of their age, or certain opinions that don't vibe well, whatever.
Yeah. That end, he's not a big social media guy anyway.
Yeah.
He's like social media presence is like someone else putting out. Like he's not. He's notoriously not a social media person.
So it's hard because you hang out or see people who are like that, who have those, sort of, not edgy necessarily, but like interesting opinions about things, or potentially defamatory opinions about things. it's still kind of cool to hang out with them, and that's really hard to balance out.
Yeah.
Like if someone put me in a room with Stalin, I'd be like, oh, I mean, I'll have one beer.
Yeah.
Like this,
You have to. It's fucking style.
Well, just for the mustache alone. Like it's hard to turn that down. But that would have been a really amazing experience for your mate.
Yeah. Well, I think also part of it was the only photo he got is like some blurry fucking like half-assed photo, and I think the reason it was such a good experience is because he didn't go kind of like, hey, we're all going to pose for a fucking photo.
It's just an organic thing.
It was kind of like just a random selfie, which didn't necessarily look too set up, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, that's the only photo I've got of it, but I hung out with him pretty much all night. Like, but yeah, so I know what it's like to fangirl over someone that you're like not trying to fangirl over. Like, I got that as well. Luckily, I'd been doing comedy for a little bit by this point. When I first met Heath Franklin, because I used to watch the Chopper videos on the Ronnie John's Half Hour.
Ronnie John's Half Hour.
Fucking
one of those forgotten bits of Australian media that is just so funny.
Same thing happened with Lawrence Mooney, because I used to watch clips from him when he was on a comedy show as well, similar to Comedy Company. I also did I did a couple of gigs for Darren Sanders, who used to be on the Footy Show.
Yeah, wow.
And yeah, just like, because the Footy Show was a fucking institution for up and coming comedians in that era. Carl Barron's first ever show was fucking the Footy Show.
Yeah.
Rove.
Sick. Yeah, Rove was massive.
I used to watch Rove every fucking Monday night, I think it was. Sunday or Monday.
Sunday or Monday.
And every morning, as I was about to leave for school on the next morning for high school, I'd always go like, oh, hey, Mum, Rove says hi.
That's very
just
sweet.
As a fucking like thing. It became like a fucking tradition.
That's very cute.
It got to the point where Mum would be like, did Rove say hi if I forgot? You know, like she'd just fucking play into the game.
I like that a lot. What a sweetheart.
Yeah, well, she's been. Here's an inside thing. So like I said, I'm editing my next comedy special, and I've got, from my first comedy special that I recorded at Smith's, Nigel, the owner of Smith, was very kind in miking up the crowd, because he knew a lot more about things that you're gonna wish you knew once you start editing. Yeah. Before I started recording. So he gave me audio from the desk and from the room, which, although the audio was hard to mix with the video, that was a big saving fucking thing. Now, here's the best part.
Yeah.
I'm telling a story in my first special, Dog Game, which is literally the bit for the title of the special, about being poor and having to play games with the dog. And the only difference was my uncle's big fucking Roddy. Yeah. The only game he wanted to play was like, let's try and hump you.
Oh, super.
So
cool.
that's why, and I'm talking about...
At least it was your uncle's Roddy.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And
yeah.
not your uncle.
Not my uncle, yeah. He used to watch and smoke cigarettes, but...
man of class.
Kunkel. So he it's in the bit, like, you'd just be there like going to war with a dog, because the bit is like all four of us, like my brother and I and my two cousins, were kind of like a shitty version of the Power Rangers. Like, with our powers combined, we could fight the dog. It would only take one of us to run, and then three of us couldn't take him. So eventually we would just get to the point where we'd throw the weakest one at him and all climb up a tree. So we'd be up the tree like a bad boxing coach, like, keep your guard up, like, uppercuts, bro. Like, and my uncle had just, after about fucking however long this went on for, one day, once the fucking smoke settled, I look over, and just inside the screen door, you just seen the fucking cherry.
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
You boys right out there? No, we're pretty fucking far from okay. How long have you been watching this shit for? And I'm saying that bit on stage, and when I was editing, I soloed up the audience mic, and it happened to be close to where my mum in the crowd was sitting, and this is the first time she ever seen me do comedy.
Oh, no.
And she's laughing, and between the laughs, she's going, it's true. It's true. And I was like, fuck. How many... like...
How many times did you just stand by and let this happen?
It built character. Like,
I mean, that's what they tell you.
yeah. Hey, the tree's still there. The dog's not. So I guess
You win.
nature finds a way.
Nature finds a way. That's very funny.
But yeah, so she is very supportive. She's been out to a few of my gigs. She came and spoke at my 30th birthday roast.
Very good.
So that was good. But yeah, that's just mum support.
It's nice. I don't let my mother come to my
Yeah.
gigs.
It took me 5 years.
Yeah, it's not because I don't want her there. It's just because I'm pretty sure, like, I don't really have any material about my family. It's something I've tried to avoid because they're all very private people and they don't really like it. I do have a few jokes, though, that I whip out every now and then, and I know that if they heard it, I would have a lawsuit on my hands. Just they would say he's being defamatory and he's trying to get at me and it's not true. And I'm like, yeah, but it kind of is true. Like these things happened to me.
Yeah,
like, it's not about you.
I didn't make this up. It's not a fabricated fucking story.
No, of course not.
It's like that thing with the dog. That fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like,
are you okay?
That's the wrong time of year. Wait until Are You Okay Day.
Yes, the one time men can be sensitive.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of therapy,
Yes. Good segue.
I want to try a piece on this show, a bit that I've tried with other comedians, and I always find this to be a good thing to practice. Have you seen any of the there's a TV show called there's a TV show where they take people and practice a tricky situation in a safe environment so that then they can do it in real life.
I think this is a Nathan Feldman
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
is it not?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I have seen that.
Yeah, the rehearsal.
The
or
rehearsal,
something.
yeah.
So
Very funny, very uncomfortable.
very funny, very uncomfortable.
Yep.
But I basically take influence from that and want to try and practice an audience member giving a comedian
Yeah.
a compliment on their set, and then we've got two outcomes.
Okay.
One is super confident.
Yep.
We're going to practice that one second,
Yep.
which is basically like when I did it with Jeremy Smith, he was just like, yeah, thanks, I fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Then we've also got, which we're going to practice first, it's going to be and I've seen this happen in real fucking life,
Yep.
where the comedian talks himself out of a compliment
Yeah.
to the point where the person was just like, I tell you what, fucking don't even worry about it. You're a weird fuck.
Okay, so I'm working to get to both of these outcomes.
Yep.
At some point.
That's right. So first we'll do that. We'll stop. I'll reload the question, and then you fucking fire for the second go.
Now, this is a small room. How animated can I get if I need to get animated?
This is your time to do what you want with it.
Oh, goody. Okay. Well,
All right,
okay,
Brazil,
so
viral clip coming up.
viral clip coming right up. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to set the stage, set the scene.
Yeah, okay.
I've done this same scene before, and it seems to be a good setting. It is a Sunday evening. It's at Smith's Alternative.
Beautiful.
You've gone up just before the break, and you closed it out. You had a great fucking set. The room was full. Everybody's laughing. You go out. You grab a pint of water from the bar.
I'm fully erect. while you're saying this,
I know.
Marky.
It's a lot of people have mentioned how fucking ironically close to the truth this is.
Yeah.
When I try it with Joe. So you're there. You've just got your water. Nigel hands it to you, and someone walks out of the showroom. They're still chuckling a little bit, and they walk up to you. You've just taken your first sip of water, and they say, "Hey, man, great set."
Look, thanks so much. It's one of those things, like you work on something over and over and over again, and you just hope that it finally finds someone and it hits a mark with them. I don't want to say it's like my number one bit, but it is definitely one of those things that I've really been working on, and to get your recognition from that, while not the most important thing to me, is definitely pretty good. And look, I don't know if I'm deserving of the compliment itself, because really it's a riff on something else that I heard someone else say, and my wife actually told me not to say it because it kind of mentions her a little bit, but it is one of those things where like I feel as though it could have done better. It could have done better. I hear you're enjoying it. I hear you enjoyed what I was saying.
Oh, that was good.
But it could have. I know you're saying that, but like in my heart of hearts, I know where I am with it. And like what you're saying, yeah, sure, it's great, but I just don't know that I'm happy with it, And that's really what's important. I mean, you as an audience member, sure, you've paid to be here. You've come in. You've had a good night. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make myself feel
You're super
valued.
hard on yourself, dude.
Well, it's just, if I'm not hard on me, all these people are around me laughing with me, apparently. But I'm here telling jokes and they're laughing at me. Let's be honest. I'm there alone up there, okay? So you're looking at me, laughing at me while I'm trying to tell these jokes. And now you're here. You're telling me that it was pretty good. All right, that's fine. That's fine if it was pretty good. I guess that's okay. I'm just trying to change lives out here.
Dude,
okay?
I'm
sorry.
If I'm honest, dude.
Yeah, what's up?
You kind of fucking plowed that into the ground. Like, I just reckon that you were good, but I'm starting to worry about your mental health.
You're not the only one, Mark.
Dude, that was fucking great. Dude, you brought out your acting chops for that.
Yeah, look, it's I have to put the hat on every now and again.
Dude.
It feels good.
It's great.
So which one was that?
You did both in one.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Nailed it. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to reenact a scene. This actually happened.
Okay.
I'm going to recreate a different setting where you nailed two things in one there, so we're going to move on to the next exercise.
God, do I get a prize?
Yeah, you can have this.
No, that was a gift.
No, I don't want to give this to you, actually. I really enjoy it. No, this actually happened. So
this is a third one. This is a special thing.
yeah, this is a bonus round.
Oh goodness!
This is
All right,
the
this is my prize.
this is the extra bit in Sonic where you just have to go through the thing to get all the rings and not touch the outside. It's just a complete bonus.
Yep.
So this one here is an audience member giving negative feedback on a bit that offended them. Now, to get into the bit,
Okay.
and I'm not going to use the comedian's bit, but this was basically the setup for the one that I seen with my own fucking eyes to a comedian.
Okay.
The bit was basically the comedian was paying out how somebody pronounced something. Instead of saying ask, they were saying ask.
Axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Ugh.
And they had a whole bit on that.
Yeah, sure.
Now, this person was getting up
Yeah.
to defend this person from the bit
Because they say axe.
because they didn't say it right and you should cut them some slack.
Right.
This is actually a thing that I seen in
Oh my
real
God,
life.
All right, that's bizarre.
Now I'm going to set the scene.
Okay.
I'm also going to set the scene of the person making the complaint, which is even funnier.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so it's upstairs, Civic Pub.
Take me back.
The comedians were at the top of the stairs and the audience is leaving after the show.
Yeah.
And as they're going through, there's someone at the very back of the line waiting for everyone to leave because they know that this is going to cause conflict and they don't want to be in middle of conflict with people trying to brush past them to get down the stairs.
Yep.
So the room's cleared out. Someone's standing at the back of the line of people to go.
Yeah.
In fact, letting people in front of them.
Okay.
It is a probably retirement age.
This is important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Art teacher looking person. Red fucking glasses that come to a point at the edge.
Yep.
A fucking pearl glasses chain hanging off it.
Not attached to anything.
Not attached to anything. Wearing a floral dress. Mm-hmm. And as people are moving around her, she's like angrily adjusting the dress to like G herself up to have this conversation.
Okay.
You're the comedian. You're at the top of the stairs. All right.
And just to be clear, this is my set was not the arcs thing, but this is the energy I'm coming into it with, right? Or did I do this set?
You did this set.
Okay, I did this set. Cool. So it's I've made fun of how someone talks.
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. And there's 2 other comedians before you.
Yep.
And you're at the end. So I'm the person. I've said to the first comedian, hey, thank you. I really appreciated your comedy. Next person. Wow, you were really funny. Now you.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming. That was really
No.
nice.
I don't need your commentary on my behavior. I'm here to talk about yours.
Okay, yeah. How can I help?
So I don't know where you think you're so much better than everyone, saying that people that pronounce stuff poorly.
Pronounce? Sorry, what were you going to say?
So you're doing it to me now.
Oh, sorry. English major. Yeah, go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
You have. Some people just can't talk properly. And look, I come from a background of people with speech difficulty, and what you said on stage about that poor lady that couldn't say ask, it really hurt me.
Okay. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm interested to know how you come from a family of people with speech impediments. Is that a racial thing, or is that more of a culturally learnt thing?
You wrote a full bit on someone that can't speak. Don't you think that's punching down? Comedy's not punching down.
I have a lisp myself, so I'm not exactly sure how we're measuring these things out. But for what it's worth, you speak fine. You pronounce things very well, and I'm sorry that you feel offended for someone else's battle. That's really difficult. And I can only hope that going forward, if you do choose to come back and see me again, you'll see that perhaps I've grown and that maybe things can improve going on for both of us. Yeah. Were you here with anyone?
No, I was just here by myself.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was out to try and, have a good night, but you just ruined that.
I've ruined your entire night.
I don't think I'll ever be back.
Wow. I would say that's a loss, but I'd be lying. I then roll a d20, hit a sweet nat 20, and push her down the stairs.
Dude, then the chick just went, well, I hope you're proud of yourself, and walked off. And that's the level of energy she had the whole time.
Jesus, really?
But...
Oh, I fucked that completely.
Dude, how wild is that, though?
Man.
And this was an experienced comedian just copying that.
So I was joshing right now, obviously. I don't know how I would actually react to that.
I think you actually did quite well.
I was being a piece of shit. But yeah, it was fine. Like, it's just... I have had...
No, I mean, like, your demeanor.
My demeanor's fine, but if you listen to my words, I'm clearly being an asshole.
Yeah, you got offended on behalf of someone else's
I got offended
battle.
on yeah, like, it's one of those things. People love to rise up to those things. And I'm just like, shut up.
The worst apology I've ever received was like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you felt that way.
I have said that, and I say it purposefully to so many people.
Yeah.
Because, like, first and foremost, context is so important when it comes to anything, any sort of comment, right? If you come into a comedy room, let's say, if you tell a joke and it's a joke, like it's a well-written joke and it gets laughs and all that, blah, 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 clearly the context is you're saying a joke in a comedy night. Obviously, there are some things that maybe shouldn't be joked about, but if you come in and you are offended by those things, read the room. It's not your place to necessarily stand up in the middle of it and yell and scream. Remove yourself. And then have a conversation afterwards. If I ever offend anyone in anything I do, I invite people to come and talk to me afterwards because I want to know their perspective. And I think just to really, like, take away the joke of the whole thing at the end here, like, if you're not willing to hear people's feedback in a way where you can maybe learn a little bit about yourself, or in turn just learn how some people are beyond saving in the realms of comedy, and learning how to have a laugh, then what are you doing? Why are we doing this? I mean, comedy is about creating spaces where we can explore, hold a lens up, and then hopefully gain better understanding of society and everyone around us. you know.
As a room runner, I sometimes receive feedback based on other people's comedians.
Oh yeah.
Other comedians, but because I am the most contactable person in Canberra comedy.
Oh god, that would be nightmarish.
This was some feedback I received, and I only stumbled on this today because I was going through. Someone sent me a nice email, and I was filing it in my nice email category of my emails.
The second email,
and then
the nice email.
I realized that at some point I'd set up a bad email section, and I was going through it, and I completely forgot about this.
Yeah.
And I want to read this out to close out the show.
Beautiful. I will be quiet for the first time.
No, dude, I don't worry. I also received feedback saying that for having guests on the show, I somehow find a way to talk about myself the entire time. No. Speaking of feedback, my favorite on said YouTube special, my favorite comment that I ever got on there was like, as a comedian, this bloke makes a better rabbi. He's not much of a comedian. Fucking great. That's pretty funny. But yeah, this was on a room that I don't run anymore. Mm-hmm. And it said, I attended your open mic last night. No, sorry. I attended your open mic night. And now I remember, casting back over this was sent before the room had even, before the night had even finished. So,
what the fuck?
So I got this email while the last comedian was on stage, and no one had left. So someone was in the audience writing this whilst not leaving.
Yo, that's crazy.
So this was written on my time. You hate a company when you send an email to HR on their time. You clock in to write them off.
That's so funny.
I attended your open mic night this evening, so they've already put it in past tense. I think a lot of us were weirded out about the number of comedians.
They put it in quote marks, have they?
Single quotes too, not even the effort of double.
That's annoying. That
thought it was okay to be so anti-Semitic, racist, and misogynist, which I went through the lineup.
Sure.
And could not find a bit that was specifically like any of those.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, I would have brought it up with a comedian. If there was something that was legitimately offensive, that I would have gone through, right?
Yeah, because it's hard to stop them on stage, but you can definitely have a chat after.
To name a few. So that's like these things, to name a few. So there's a few more than that, apparently. Some jokes even poked fun at the current genocide in Palestine and domestic violence survivors, which maybe it was a current reference at the time, but it wasn't sort of poking fun at it. Anyway, regardless of this being an open mic, I do think you should vet acts to avoid such abuse. So, abuse.
Abuse. It's hard.
Things did not go too far tonight. So, after all that, things did not go too far tonight. And maybe you felt it too. Well, sorry, things did go too far tonight. So they definitely did this, and that's not up for debate. It went too far tonight.
Yep.
Maybe you thought so too.
Oh.
If you did, I would encourage you to call it out more in the moment. So, ideally, what we're wanting here is someone says, hey, crazy what's going on in Palestine. I'm to go, no!
Yeah.
No!
It's hard to
I've done an open mic where the MC was not a regular comedian. They were just a MC. And the regular comedian that used to run that room wasn't available that night, so they got someone else in. They were so worried that the venue was going to,
can the night
if there was anything that could be perceived as poor.
Yeah.
In the lineup of 12 comedians, there probably would have been about 8 of them that didn't finish their set because as soon as they said something, even just a setup with no punchline, they would be cut off and the mic was turned off.
Yeah, that's wild. And see, this is where that thing of context is important.
How wild is that? Imagine just hearing the setup, not letting them do the punchline and being like, that's enough.
That's almost worse than not letting them get the joke out. In a lot of ways. I mean, everyone should feel safe and comfortable. I think that's a big thing. Everyone should, right?
Yeah.
And there should definitely be moments where after someone's done a set, maybe you hop up and you go, hey, that sort of chat's not on.
Yeah.
That's not great. But yeah, to not even let them finish and get it out, like unless they're being blatantly awful during the set, running over, attacking people or minorities or anything in a way that's not joking, let them run it out.
Yeah.
They're not going to go anywhere with it. They're not going to make it if they keep doing that sort of
They probably know before anyone that didn't work.
Exactly. They know 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But anyway, it must be jarring as a room runner to get that sort of feedback from people, because obviously that's not the attitude you want anyone to leave with. But, mate, I've been to your rooms. They're fun. They're good. And honestly, like, it's an open mic. Like, it's where people are meant to crash and burn. It's where they're meant to find out what works and what doesn't.
And this was very much an open mic. It wasn't like a curated fucking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, that's basically all the bases covered, man. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. This has been a blast.
It's great, dude. It was cool to see the acting chops, dude. I was sort of intimidated for a second there. I was like, I was as the character of a disappointed audience member, I was starting to go back on what I was saying, and it was just scripted. Part of me just wanted to say, like, look, I'm just a fucking asshole. I'm sorry that I even brought it up.
I find that's the easiest way to get people to give you compliments, is to just dive off the deep end of mental health.
Yeah.
And I have it, sure, but I'm gonna really, really milk it, and then you're gonna love me because you have to.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you very much for being on the show. Thanks everyone for listening. Shout out to our fans in Brazil.
Yeah, and our sponsors.
Yep.
Do you have sponsors?
Gmail.
Thank you, Gmail, for everything you've done. Backroom Casting Couch, you've been absolutely phenomenal in all your years.
Couch.
They've supplied the couch over in the corner I'm looking at.
They didn't supply it as much as left it out the front.
What else can I see in here? Busts are us. It's not tits. There's 3 marble men over in a corner. And the ever-famous Lava Lamp Company. Thank you so much for them. Thanks, Marky.
Cheers.
Buy me a drink.
Just name names.
Yes,
Yeah, right. Big time. Fucking throw it
At a strip club with your floppy disk.
Man, you got a big beard, dude.
Shame for shit all day.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Keep it simple. Count your money.
That they're not proud of.
Just give me $10.
Hey, right?
Click.
Did you hang up?
No, I just said click.